Here's another interesting statistic. 70% of this, I know, all the black women, hold on to your seats right now. All the black women, hold on, take a breath. 70% of African-American women are single.
Where does the complacency come from the sisters being single? Why is it all of a sudden that, they almost aspire and they're comfortable with being single when back in the days, they aspire to be married with children and have the white, quote unquote, white picket fence and just have a good life and share it with someone they love. Now it's just, man, they're worse, they're more promiscuous, pardon me, than men are, and they quote unquote cool with it. Not saying they're happy, but they're content with just being that way, and they running brothers off and they just, hey, it is what it is. What do you think about that, bro?
I'm gonna answer it and then I'm gonna let it go around and give me some more time to think. But it's part of, like what I was saying earlier, is I want to do what I want to do. When you're in a relationship, it's structured. You're held accountable. You can relate. When it's just you nobody holds you accountable, but whatever your conscience want to hold yourself conscious to. If you don't want to listen to your conscience, then whatever. Like you say, you could run around with 1,000 men or whatever, and you could justify in your own mind the way you want. You know what I'm saying? But now, like you say, when you're in a structured situation and you can be held accountable, your feet can be held to fire by somebody in this world, you don't want to hear this. Like you say, this is the era. I could do what I want. And it's sad to say, like, a lot of people, like you say, like, it's almost like it's almost like women liberation again. Like, I can do what I want. Like, you know what I mean? Like, somehow or the other, are boot or something if you give them some direction and leadership, and even if it's a power sharing thing. Sometimes logically, I just say dealing with women. We not emotional men, and men that's grounded. We're not emotional, so we look at things logically. And women don't sometimes. It's just like if y'all together and they want to do something, like they want to go on vacation. We know as men we can't afford it right now. We just gonna say we can't go, but they want to go on vacation. Like, oh, like, yeah, that's my point. So like now that element, when you with somebody, they can't do that. Or they girlfriend to call them a month before. Yeah, we thinking about going to Miami on this weekend. It's gonna be $9,000 a piece. You backed up the bills already, but they gonna trade. They gonna commit to it. I mean, they gonna commit to it, right? And they ain't going.
Right. They'll max their credit card.
My point. But now, if you in a real relationship when somebody can speak to that, I mean, a real relationship is one thing. You dating somebody and they live in your own world living. I'm talking you in a real relationship, like money, you can speak to, like, you know what I mean. So I'm just giving you one issue, but there's a lot of issues, like where they want to run around, they want to do what they want to do, and things of that nature. So, and there's another element, some sisters some good sisters been worked over by some bad brothers, man. You know what I mean? So, that bitterness in your mouth, man, especially when you women, like, they so emotional, got a heavy heart, man. It take a little while to drain out of. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So sometimes when you bruise like that, or I'm gonna say damaged goods like that, it take a while to give yourself a fighting chance with the next person. Let that, you gotta, you know what I mean? A lot of people not into counseling or going to see somebody, so it comes, it kind of wings out of them on its own. Yeah, it festers, and it takes a while to get out of them. Because if it's festered in you, soon they get with you, it's going to be tension. Yeah. So that's my little dialogue. But you know, bro. Man.
As a people, it is a fact, not fiction, that so-called African Americans, we tend to follow the masses. Brother Kareem has already spoken on how sisters have a connection with other sisters, just like brothers have a connection with brothers. What's going on in society now is that there are a lot of single sisters. So, if you're a single sister and most of your crew, most of your friends, most of your people that you know are single as well, subconsciously you're going to say to yourself, I guess it's okay to be single, because this is what you see everyone else do, and this is what's going on in our society right now. That there's so many single sisters that other sisters are growing up, and saying, well, I'm not really think about marriage. You know, if I did get married, so be it. If not, yeah, that's fine. You know, because there's so many other women of their age bracket that they know that are single themselves. So they kind of become, I guess, accustomed, and I'd say they kind of brainwash themselves, just saying, you know what, I guess it's okay to be single and not aspire to be married because of what they see. But they do see sisters getting self-gratification from material things, you know, as opposed to a marriage supposed to be just the ultimate gratification, you know, and raising kids and having a family, so forth and so on. What I see, and I can correct or incorrect, is when sisters are gravitating and into these material things, the cars, the handbag, the trips, as you stated before, you know, doing things that show material, and that's really you're enjoying that, as opposed to aspiring for a family, marriage, children, family, so forth and so on, and going forth from that. So that's what I see. That's just so many sisters around here who are single, where other sisters are like, okay, I guess this is what's going on now. This is what we supposed to do, or this is what's going on. So I'm just going to be following masses,
You know what, man? Listen, what I am deciphering from both of you brothers is, number one, you're saying that sisters are, to a certain extent, followers.
Absolutely.
From you, I'm getting that they're undisciplined because of the things that you stated earlier. We talk about brothers not leading, what I mean, and that's a factor, for the most part, because a lot of these cats out here, they
have no desire to marry.
Not even that, they just don't have the seems like they don't have the quality to demand certain things from sisters in relationships. Whether it's respect, whether whether it's following the lead, not saying being a sucker, but just being submissive to a certain point, because that's necessary. I'm sorry, there's different genders here we're dealing with. So if it's woman and woman, it's a different story. What? And even with that, they still choose the butch and the them. So it's still somebody that's taking. You feel me? So I think that sisters got to start to understand. Like, we got to just kind of bring them up to speed and try to I guess push the issue so that they can understand that they have to start looking at things differently. Because right now, being single, aspiring to be single, you got sisters 50 years old and older that they just cooling like it's all right. I don't believe it's all right. I mean, if you come from the old school, you're supposed to be sharing your life with somebody at a certain point in time.
That's what creator wants.
I mean, come on, yeah, come on now. So it shouldn't be that you still out there hanging in the bars, or you online all night. You understand? Like, come on, man. When do you stop? Just like the brother said on that little clip we was watching earlier. When do you stop? When do you understand that this is enough? And we just got to get, as a people, we got to get more cerebral and get more spiritual and understand within. Like, there's certain things that we need to do. There's certain ways that we need to think. There's certain ways we need to move, and we're not doing it. And that's why we're at the lowest of the totem pole. You know what I'm saying? It's not just going to change, at a snap of the finger. It's not going to change. It's not going to change unless we start to think. We get in tune with oneself. Once we do that, that's when the change comes about. And I think from what I see, it's more brothers that's like really kind of desiring to fall back. We had our day of running. Wild and stuff like that. You can only do that for so long; it gets boring. You got the plethora of women, and I mean, shit. You do that for 20 years. I mean, damn. You understand? Like,
right.
You're like, well,
that's how you get 40 years.
Maybe it's a time that we can do something different here. And it's just the direct opposite with these sisters. When we were younger, in our 20s or so, they still had the element of the upbringing. Where I want to be a wife. Yeah, I want to be a good mother. And then that changed. And then it was just like, the whole shit was flipped. So now they're like, yo, they don't even care. I call them numb.
Right. But you know what? They're getting half of the rate because they're having kids out of wedlock.
Yeah, but they're having kids, but they're not even, to be honest with you, a lot of them aren't good mothers.
I understand that, but what is the point? How did the creator institute? Man, woman, get together, get married, have kids. Is that the way you want it?
Yeah,
Well,
man,
if man and woman get together and woman has kids, that's already halfway there. The only thing that she's missing is the marriage part. So if she's having the kids, she already got the family in her mind. I'm not saying I agree, but I'm just saying in her mind she already has the family because it's her and the children. You know, and if everyone else around it, it's her and children. This was going on in society.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
Following.
Right.
However, I beg to differ on a little piece, and that's because, you know, even back in the day, it was more so, it was family oriented. That was the mindset. Bottom line. It was like, it was love, which we're missing as well. So it was love. You know, now, shit, when they have kids, I mean, that's not half the battle because it ain't no love half the time involved. It's just, this is what I want, like you said earlier, what I want to do. There's a difference when it comes to what I want to do and what I should do. What is correct, you know, coming from the Creator. You know what I mean? What should I really be doing with my life? And then what should I be doing for my children? That's very important too. Now, you know, like I said, you know, you got some grandparents that's taking care of the kids, you know, the grandkids, and you know, you got some sisters they out here, they partying and shit. They not even really attentive to the children. You know, no nutrition, no fitness, no quality time, no communication. All this shit is lost now. Everybody just living, surviving, and existing, as we said before. You know, I know we're on time restraints, brother. Anybody else have anything we can chop this up real quick? I wish we had more time, but
Nothing I can think of, you know.
he said,
All right, well, I'm gonna say something real quick, and it goes back to having children out of wedlock. Ladies, if you give men children, for a lot of men, they're gonna have no desire to marry. That's one thing. We have to stop sisters from having these children out of wedlock. So, in a man's mind, he'll have a desire to marry, then have a family. You know, but if we keep having 3 and 4, quote unquote, I can't stand this term, but baby's mom. What am I marrying you for? I already got the kids, right? You know, I can cook myself. I can
then you go to child support.
Yeah.
And custody.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I think that if sisters really, if we started getting a movement where we started thinking, as you said, like, hold on a second. No, I'm not giving you a child. I'm not giving you children unless you put a ring on this finger, put me in a house or apartment, and we become a family. I think definitely we'll have more marriages throughout the country in our community or in our ethnicity.
Okay, well, you know, like I said, we on some time restraints, so we're gonna chop this off. So, Black Men Dialogue, we're signing off. Hopefully we was able to spark the minds of brothers and sisters to continue to have these type of conversations within your own circles, and each one teach 10. Until next week, love is love. God bless. Peace.
Peace.
Please wake up.